Dire team ban.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Battle of Central Europe Season 3. We're going to be continuing our best of two series between Denial Esports and Power Rangers. Currently, Power Rangers holding a 1-0 lead in the series. We'll see if Denial can bring it back. Here on HeflaTV Hitbox 1, I'm going to be one of your casters. I'm Mike Loris, and now I got D-Sword here with me as well. How are you doing, man?
Hello, thank you for having me. Very excited to see Denial play. It's been quite a while since I see these guys play.
5 seconds.
Oh, really? I've been watching them like the past 2 days, so, I mean, if Power Rangers don't ban it out in IO, I'm pretty sure Denial are going to snap that one up. Getting pretty familiar with them, and I guess that's kind of the nice thing about this double group stage, but yeah, it should be nice for you then.
Yeah, no, it's interesting because when I first Denial first formed and such, and I was a very big fan of the fucking Mad Pairs combo. I was really excited, especially because this is really looking like Quantic, old Quantic. And then I saw them a little bit, and then I don't know, I stopped seeing them for a while, and then now they're back in the storm. I'm really happy to see them again. Nice people, also.
Unfortunately for them, they're not doing the best in this group. I don't think they're in any danger of falling down to the losers bracket. It seems like my insanity with their 0-something. I mean, I think like they have a 1-6 record or something like that. Not too impressive. Are almost guaranteed that spot, but they're fighting up against Power Rangers, and it will be very difficult for them to actually pull this one out. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Denial have been around for forever. I mean, these guys have been, especially like Funzy, Paris, fucking Mad, a little bit less so Dural and Cryo, but man, they've been in Dota for a long time.
Yeah, it's nice. There's like the few people left in the French scene of Dota ever since that huge thing attack. I remember that team that moved to League of Legends or something of the sort because they weren't paying well here, and they made this huge rant on Reddit, and then the French team kind of died, and these guys kind of stayed here. It's really interesting. Not like Power Rangers is not a good team either. It's amazing what they do with a pretty unstable roster, considering that ever since their drafter and stuff left, they've been having kind of trouble to find that fifth guy. So it's actually quite interesting what they're doing. I'm pretty happy with these guys. And there's the IO you talked about.
Yeah, as promised, there's going to be an IO first pick. They love themselves some IO. Denial. We've seen Gyrocopter being the partner. We've seen Phantom Assassin, I believe, was also a partner at one point for Denial, but we haven't yet seen like the real classic combos with this hero, so maybe they're going to mix it up this game. Power Rangers, they're going to open up with Tide Hunter and Ancient Apparition, so right off the bat, they will have a pseudo counter to the IO tether. You know, the Frost Blast is fine, but it's definitely, you could definitely have better tools.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, it's also they have this amazing team fight, so if the IO tries looking for ganks and whatnot, and they leave their teammates out, because it's most likely to be the IO and the carry looking for ganks, these two are just going to wreck face. I think that's the idea, at least. But if Power Rangers, I mean, I'm still, the Disruptor is still in the pool, so I think the Disruptor will be a great pickup if they want to counter the IO. Perhaps that's why they let it pass. They have a plan, clearly.
Yeah, it wouldn't be too terrible for them. I mean, it's one of the most direct counters for an IO that you could possibly pick up, being able to glimpse one back, or if you want to, just drop a Static Storm on them and just be happy with that. And also the fact that they did run it previously. No, it might have been, that was someone else. Never mind, someone else ran a Disruptor. Too many games, man. Way too many games, but it may lead them to be a little bit damaged light. Ancient Apparition Chilling Touch can redeem most of that, but certainly do not have to be wary of that fact. I think the Witch Doctor ban, or the Witch Doctor pick, could have been just as dangerous, if not more so.
Because they come as a pair, and then the Witch Doctor perma stuns them? Is that the idea?
Well, yeah, there's that, and then there's also just you get ravaged, and then you get death warded,
Okay.
and it doesn't matter if you relocate in since you're just dead.
Yeah, okay, that's a good point. Yeah, that Death Ward's actually really scary. Witch Doctor's become a really scary hero recently. It's actually quite interesting. Before it was considered like a trash tier hero, and now it's like, they didn't change him, they barely changed him, and now everyone's so scared of his ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, his ultimate getting an Aghanim Scepter upgrade, even if you don't, like a level 2 ultimate can just absolutely wreck people if it's set up properly. Like sometimes if you don't have a coil or a ravage or a chronosphere, then it's very unimpressive, but if you get perfect positioning, you could tear through people so easily, and it is really weird to see that. I mean, I think him and Ancient Apparition have been very minorly changed. Ancient Apparition getting the Aghanim Scepter upgrade maybe is the tipping point, but who knows? I
That was
mean,
insane. That was insane. That Aghanim Scepter upgrade is like one of the best in the game by far. So good. Anyway, go on.
yeah, it's minor changes, and it's really swingy this game. Legion Commander is actually going to be the pickup for Power Rangers. Now, as far as Wisp counters, Legion Commander isn't great versus the relocate, but if you are the one to be on the aggressive versus the IO, then IO stands no chance at winning a duel.
Also, a truth. Oh wow, Beast Match. That's actually quite interesting. But another thing about Legion Commander is that it's more of a kind of those It's a pick that now Denial cannot pick up, and he's a really good combined with the IO. He's really good. So I think that might be the case because they banned the gyrocopter and whatnot. Oh, it's gonna be a PA actually combined with the IO. That's interesting.
Right, so we got IOPA as the combination for Denial and Beastmaster. Did a decent job last game for Funzy, but really didn't get that much done with his Roar combos. The difference in this game compared to last, however, is that Beastmaster Hawk will be setting up for something. It will be setting up for himself in the Roar, but also relocate in, and that's really dangerous. Like, even if you're a Slark, you might be able to survive if you somehow see it coming and, packed out before the Roar actually lands, but man, this ganking power of Denial is going to be very, very scary moving forward. That being said, Power Rangers have just as much scary ganking power. A Blink Duel is so devastating. If they get just a little bit more damage, then they'll be fine, and Scarth Mage is actually still available to Power Rangers, so I think it should be an easy Scarth pick.
That's true, actually. They banned out the Earthshaker, which is a pretty good ban combined with the Idahunter, but that's true. The Scarth Mage can actually deal a lot of damage with Legion. They have a really good combo with Legion. Legion can also blink in. The Ancient Apparition can throw its Ice Blast really easily, actually. And it's going to be hard. They're going to have to be able to have... Denial has to have very good positioning this game to prevent the Legion from killing them.
Yeah, maybe if you start dueling someone like a Phantom Assassin, then you won't exactly come out ahead, but just the lockdown that you get is going to be sometimes just enough to get those kills. So, yeah, the Scarth Mage getting a very, very far through the pool. Other notable heroes to pick up, Ogre Magi still in the pool somehow, and Death Prophet. Like, what has happened in this banning phase that lets all these heroes get through? It's very weird to see, but it's going to be Scarth Mage, kind of as predicted, combos so well with Legion Commander, and then Denial are going to pick up an additional very Denial esports type hero in that Venomancer. They love Veno, and they love Beastmaster, and they love Puck.
Yeah, I mean, Funzy is one of the best Beastmasters I've ever seen, honestly. I think it's him and Fata that really dominate the scene in terms of Beastmaster. And the Veno, it's interesting because it's usually been played as a core recently, because of the, I don't know, the pushing potential and whatnot, and seeing it as a support is really refreshing.
Yeah, and it is going to be always very useful having that Gale early on. Up against a Scarth Mage Ancient Apparition, though, I mean, Venomancer doesn't have the most damage, and Io has jack shit for damage, so it's going to be Power Rangers to be on the aggressive most of the time because they just have more powerful supports, and even their cores. I mean, Legion Commander Slark, these are heroes that are perfectly capable of fighting very early on, and even though Denial, they are also capable of fighting early on, just the fact that Power Rangers have so much more power from minute 0 is going to mean that they could play aggressive and really take pace of the game before anything really gets going for Denial.
And pause as is staple in this tournament, seems like. But an interesting thing though is that it's not that like Denial has the best. Like they play passively and then wait to the late game and whatnot. Against a Slark and Legion Commander, it's not like they have the best late game either. So, what is Denial's game plan here?
Well, Denial, they have to make sure that the snowball for Power Rangers never starts rolling because, as you said, Legion Commander Slark, they're decent in the late game. They're a lot better if you get them fed earlier on. And if Denial can prevent that from happening, then Phantom Assassin's going to run the late game pretty much by herself. If that doesn't happen, then Slark and Legion will steadily scale up, a couple kills here and there, a couple of duel victories, and Denial, they're going to have no chance. So it's going to be up to Denial to do things, but it's also them with the more passive lineup. So, you really don't have a good option right there for Denial.
They also have the Puck for the team fight and whatnot, which is really good, but compared to a Tidehunter, I don't know how effective that's going to be, especially because in the late game, Puck is not as great as a Tidehunter.
Yeah, double Ravage, man, that could win you a game. I don't think you're going to have a double coil.
I mean, a double coil, I've really never seen that. That'd be interesting to see, actually. Like, imagine the shock in the people in the Power Rangers right now. They'd be like, what's happening? I thought the coil was over. And then it's just another coil. And nothing happens. I mean, nobody dies, but they're just impressed by it.
When they're stunned for the first coil, you take that time to drop the second coil, so if they move at all in the wrong direction, they'll get stunned again. Perfect combination.
Next level. That's a next level play. That's amazing. Also, I mean, as for the other Denial here, it's just that Venomancer, like, how does he's decent in the late game, I guess. He can transition into some sort of a carry, especially with the IO, because the IO is kind of a... doesn't need gold to be support. So, I mean, I guess it's that. The Venomancer scales, I think, better than the Skyra, that's for sure.
Well, I'd say it's kind of similar. I mean, Scarth Mage will be doing a crap ton of magic damage, as will the Venomancer, though Venomancer's is more spread out. So, as far as late game scenarios, it's a lot easier to hit that ultimate button for Venomancer and be happy, whereas for Sneeko, you might miss that ultimate and then you're completely screwed. So, I mean, it is kind of similar, but it's also kind of different. And overall, I would say it's probably pretty even. Venomancer is going to certainly be a nice tool for Denial as far as just sheer magic damage output, but it's hard to compare that to a Skywrath Mage ultimate, especially when you have setup with a duel.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. That Skywrath Mage ultimate is going to be able to land pretty often. Also with the Stark Pounce, he should be able to deal it. Also Ravage, like his good setup. The only thing is that, I mean, the Venomancer, it is an agility-based hero. That's also a good point. Like, they tend to scale better into the late game if they want to go for physical damage. Like, it's a possibility if Denial chooses to do so. Like, I would consider it if Legion and Slug are getting kind of out of control, make the IO completely ward bitch, and then turn the Venomancer into some sort of a semi-core kind of thing. Or go for a Rat Dota pushing. Like, the truth is that Denial does have a little bit more of versatility in with the lineup.
Yeah,
Power range is pretty clear.
Especially when you have a Beastmaster aura. Like, Denial
Yeah,
actually have a lot of ways of just getting their heroes additional attack speed. And Phantom Assassin usually is okay in the attack speed department with the Phantom Strike, so usually she just needs damage. If they really wanted to, yeah, they can actually do some pretty heavy hitting with the Venomancer. Though I think it's more likely that the game isn't going to get to that point. It is an option if it somehow does, because Denial, they also have, like, Beastmaster, Venomancer, which are kind of like old pushers. Like, they can push things pretty well if they find themselves an opportunity. So Denial, again, they're going to have to take charge of this game and try to call some shots. And Beastmaster, Venomancer, as far as starting fights, are some of the best heroes to do that. So they're going to try their best to make sure that the Venomancer doesn't have to go into a right-click build, I think.
Yeah, no, obviously. I think, in fact, if the Venomancer goes for more of a split pushing to the like that as an option, combined with a Beastmaster could be a possibility. Because the great thing about Beastmaster is that he's not, like, the best initiator in the world once you pass, like, the 30-minute mark or something of the sort. There's definitely better initiators than him. But it's just that he's so versatile. He could do so many things. He can become a pusher halfway through the game. He can become a decent core as well. It's not that hard to build him either. He can just be an aura guy as well. It's just, I love seeing Beastmaster, and I think Denial needs to play with that versatility. They're really good at that ever since Quantic Gaming. So if they can play with that versatility and against the Power Rangers lineup, which kind of set in stone, I think that's where they get the advantage.
It'll always be very difficult because of the power levels of the Power Rangers, but that represents their best chance at taking a decent fight, assuming they ever get into this game.
Yeah, I mean, this has happened a lot. I don't know. The servers, everyone seems to be complaining about servers this week. I don't know if it's happening in US as well.
It happened a little bit in US, but
Europe is kind of having spaz attacks randomly.
yeah,
So-
yesterday Lux died when we were, like, Denial were getting their base pushed in. They were about to lose second set of Raxes, and then the game just died. So we had to, like, take all this time to reload and everything, and then the game literally lasted for 2 more minutes, and then it was over. So that was fun.
I mean, it happens. I don't know if you've seen the posts on Reddit of people asking for explanations from Valve. They're getting a little bit more aggressive every day. So we're going to have to raise the pitchforks.
Yep. Pitchforks starting to get dull. You got to sharpen them up again and start the rioting.
It's actually been quite a while since we had a riot on Reddit, so I miss it. I'm waiting for it.
Really? I'm pretty sure maybe Dream League, was that not a full riot? That was like a half riot?
Yeah, that was a full riot, but it's been like,
Okay.
what, a week or so? Like, we need a riot at least.
That's about too long for Reddit. We need riots, like, on the daily.
Exactly. There should actually be something on the sidebar saying daily riot or daily heat train, something of the sort. That'd be really good.
One of those, like, signs that says, like, days since last riot that, like,
yeah.
regularly
That'd be good.
ticks up until something hugely dramatic happens and then ticks back down. I would love to see that.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. Make a site just for that, just like a counter, like time since last riot. Oh, actually, that might be. People would visit that site like every day.
It'll be right up there with when did EG throw last.
Yeah, it's true. Oh, when I see that site first, that's a really fun site.
I don't think they've. Has that been updated recently?
I haven't checked it that much. When it first came out, I found it so funny, but now I don't know.
I don't think.
I'm somewhat.
I don't think
What?
EG have thrown that often. At least they're a lot more consistent now.
I gotta admit, I'm not like I'm kind of a big fan of EG just because they're in the NA scene, but it's one of the things that NA Dota is just not my thing. So I won't lie. Like, I haven't seen them in a while. I feel in the captain's draft they haven't been doing the best. That's what I heard. the Dota Cinema tournament. But
Mhm.
besides that, I know PPD had one of his salty attacks at one point. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, that was also pretty recent. That was fun. He actually
No, I
posted
love
a
seeing.
video of himself being all salty, which takes like
That's
some
amazing.
serious stones.
Hmm. I like that. That shows a lot about his character. It shows like he's he can take a joke and stuff like that. That's really nice.
Yeah, I mean it's fine if you're bitter about the game, but if you
Hmm.
could laugh it off, then that's fine.
Exactly. Yeah.
Or I mean
Shows a lot.
it's better. It's not fine. It's like acceptable.
Well, yeah. I mean, I like him. Ever since I saw that video, I thought, huh, PPD. There's a heart inside him. Anyway. Well, hopefully the guy joins us soon.
Let's see if we could figure out what's going on.
That question mark.
Hmm.
That's pressure. You see, the Venom just picked because of that.
We did it, guys. Mission accomplished.
Uh,
Wait, we're actually
Alright.
like not too far behind schedule. Wait,
we're cursed.
no, we're pretty far behind schedule.
Yeah, never mind. There's a game at 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
Between-
there should be another game starting in theory in 25 minutes. And I don't think this game is going to last or that
Uh-uh.
short, so we're going to be delayed, but that was kind of to be expected.
It's okay, they get to hear our voice even more. I mean, what else do the viewers want?
Literally nothing, man. That's all it came for.
That and your sweet music.
Oh, my music is amazing. Don't even start.
Every time I come by, they see like every single cast is putting like techno, monster can, all that crap, and then I see you with Elton John. Elton John.
Hey, that's
Beautiful.
classy. Because
No, I
you
love
could go literally anywhere else and find random like hardstyle or techno, and I even play some of that as well. But hey, we're classy here on HeflaTV 1.
I really liked it. I was doing an experiment on Twitch, by the way, which is I put on Japanese music and see if Twitch would detect copyright claims, and they don't, even though they're obviously copyrighted. So if you don't put it in English, they have a really hard time detecting copyright claims. So keep that in mind. If you find Elton John imitator in Japanese or Korean or something of the sort,
So if I look at all of EE's VODs, then they'll all be fine.
exactly all the anime music and whatnot. Yeah, they don't care about that one. It's copyrighted, but I feel like the Japanese people are really they're actually much chiller about the copyright. It's weird. I know
or
like
they
their
just don't
comic
know
books-
or don't
What?
care. It's
I
like,
know like, their
wait, people
comic
are
books and
people are
stuff.
stealing our music to do what?
Well, I mean, I think they'd be proud. Like this random Spanish guy who speaks in English in his stream is putting on Japanese music. That is like celebration of cultural diversity.
I mean, it'll certainly be a testament to different cultures if they're completely okay with that. I'd be very surprised. I'm pretty sure they just don't. It's not exactly on the top of their priority list, like shutting down streams or whatever.
Yeah, that makes sense. What does he mean, my son or like the actual son?
I think it's getting late, right? Like he's
Yeah,
losing sunlight.
Maybe he's praying to the sun god.
Why pray to the sun god when you could pray to Joe Pesci? Obscure reference? Yes.
Yeah, that was that was pretty obscure. If someone catches it, please put it like in the chat.
Yeah, I always drop the obscure references, and no one ever gets it because it's so obscure, as per its name.
So some people, some like really happy guy who's been watching that, who knows exactly what that means, is be like, oh yeah, I know this. I'm gonna
get
put
it.
it up and be proud.
Yeah, or maybe just no one is going to. That's also a
And
possibility.
then it's just you all alone.
So yeah,
Okay.
anyone? Huh? No? Okay.
Oh wow, is that an emote? I didn't know we had the axe emote. Oh wow, no. I didn't know we had the crying axe emote. Is that like?
I think it's one of didn't Dota Cinema have one
Yeah.
in the bundle or whatever?
It might be. Yeah, I think it might be that one. Oh, that's cool. And now I'm gonna go buy the Dota Cinema Compendium just for that.
Advertising. I heard people were like at first not too happy with the quality of those, but it seems like that. I mean, that looked fine. There's nothing objectionable about that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I think it's it was a horse. I think that they were mad about. A little bit unsure, but the games were so good, people kind of forgot.
Yeah. Just
But they took
distracting.
Captain. What? Yeah,
Just
they took
distract-
Captain's Draft off ranked though, but that's weird. Like as soon as the Captain's Draft tournament comes up, they took it off ranked for some reason.
Hmm.
And my MMR went down. Best game mode ever.
Well,
Well-
I mean, we're here forever, guys. The other game, in case anyone was wondering, we got hitbox.tv/HeflaTV HB2 working right now with Aftershock versus My Insanity. Currently, Aftershock up 1-0, and Aftershock have been really impressing me. They're also running an Axe, so that's fun.
Ooh,
So
that's interesting.
check that game out if you would rather watch Dota than a Dota screenshot. So do that. Also, Battle Central Europe Season 3 ticket in the Dota store right now, and you get a Meepo set. So you could not play Meepo after you buy it.
Yeah, actually, I don't know. That's a little bit dangerous advertising. If I suddenly find a lot of meeples of that set, I'm gonna be really mad. Like first pick meeples gonna be the new thing. Oh, that's gonna be weird.
Like, this was my fault. I'm encouraging first pick Meepos, and they feed because they're like, oh man, I just got a new set. I'm gonna try it out. It's gonna be awesome. And then they're terrible because everyone's terrible at Meepo.
Did you ever see that like whenever the Dota Cinema Punch set came out and the
Recording real fast because it was not recording all that pause. So all you guys in the Hitbox chat, you got to hear our banter. Everyone on the recordings, they get nothing. But we're in a game now, guys, and we'll see how these lanes actually load out. We got Power Rangers on the Radiant with Soniko playing the Scarth Mage, support down bottom, supporting Dichira on the Slark. J4 also there as the AA. Shotslow is going to be playing the mid lane Legion. That leaves Cheshire Cat on the top lane Tide.
As for Denial Esports, we are gonna have Joral with the puck up top. And joining him will be fucking mad in the support position with the Venomancer. Down mid, we're gonna have Paris. It's gonna be Paris with the PA, and CryoJ joining him with the IO. And finally, in the off lane, we're gonna have Funzy with his Beastmaster.
Yeah, that's
pretty
much to be expected, with the exception of the dual lane mid from Denial. It is an option that they have whenever they do pick up a Wisp, as you could just put him in the dual lane and have him do a couple of pulls here and there. There are a couple of trees destroyed in the Dire Jungle. It's going to be kind of inconvenient pulling. You kind of want to pull them to the south just because it's closer to the lane, but you could pull them to north and be just fine as well. And honestly, like Phantom Assassin versus Legion Commander, that's a fine matchup just by herself. So she doesn't even need help from the puck, or from the IO.
Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Do you think this lane is a good idea though? Like, do you think it's better if he was like just puck made or something of the sort?
I think this is actually a perfectly fine way to go. I mean, Puck is going to have a very nice time like up against the Tidehunter. Really, Joral is in no threat of dying. And the IO is probably going to have relatively limited contributions to the early game anyway, so you might as well run this. I mean, even if it was, like, what's the worst possible case scenario for this mid lane for Denial is probably Tidehunter on the other end, and the odds of that happening are just so slim. They're going to even set up for shots, though, from level 1. Fucking Mad has a Gale. Unfortunately, CryoJ can't do jack to help out. Paris and Fucking Mad are going to be doing most of the heavy lifting here if they actually start a fight right now. Fucking Mad, they're going to throw a dagger here and there, but it looks like it's not going to be successful. If they got the kill there, it would have slowed down the Legion so much just because she's rushing a bottle.
Yeah, but she has 700 hit points. Like, it's hard to kill a hero like that.
Alright, so Shotslow is going to be just fine for now, and I expect Fucking Mad and Cryo just to be on pulling duty. Like, Venomancer can poke at Cheshire Cat a little bit, but for the most part, Venomancer is not going to be able to contribute to the lane that much, so you might as well just stack up a huge amount. And then eventually, I think Funzy is probably going to clear them out with axes. It seems like the easiest way for Denial to do so, unless they want to go for a Battle Fury build on Paris, but then those creeps are going to be there for a very long time, so Funzy is desperately going to need some sort of acceleration in this game because he's getting demolished by this bottom lane of Power Rangers, kind of to be expected.
I mean, to be fair, Beastmaster is one of those off-laners that is only really good because he can do the whole ancient stacking and, you know, killing and whatnot. But besides that, that's kind of his issue. Like, especially against the Scarth Mage, I can't see him doing anything there. He just needs to rely on the ancients. Really.
If he gets too far behind, like if Slark gets level 3 when Beastmaster's level 1, then the supports from Power Rangers don't even have to be there. It's just a Slark versus Beastmaster matchup, and Slark is going to be able to walk all over him with the level advantage. So this is a very dangerous early game situation for the Beastmaster. But Funzy is definitely, you know, contested with worse, and Beastmaster will be just fine as long as he quietly gets a couple of levels, and once he gets level 6, even once he gets the bird up, he will be able to contribute to the team in some way.
Yeah, that's true. The only issue I see, though, is he cannot catch up with the Ancients as of now unless he tries to reward it, so that is quite bad for him. And he's trying to do some weird stuff here, being Macho Man Beastmaster trying to cut down trees.
Yeah, if anyone from Power Rangers goes down here, then Beastmaster is suddenly in a very dangerous situation. But if he goes
Oh
unnoticed,
no.
he's noticed. Funzy has 3 tangos and a TP scroll, and he's gonna have to burn it. So, I mean, it only costed them a tango. I'll trade a tango for a TP scroll any day of the week. And well, Beastmaster got level 2 off of that. I guess it's kind of worth it because he wouldn't have otherwise gotten that. So, Beastmaster just needs to be as sneaky as possible to try to get any sort of experience.
I gotta admit that was really clever. Funzy really knows how to play the hero clearly after doing that. It's just like who thinks of that really?
Bounty hunter players. Bounty hunter players
that's
know all the nooks and crannies. But now Funzy, now he doesn't actually have a TP out, and now he's going to get completely surrounded. Sneeko has a concussive shot, waiting for Ditchy-Rod to get a little bit closer, though, but they're not going to be able to catch up to him in the trees. And it's unfortunately Sneeko holding on to his skill a little bit too long. It's actually up on top lane where Cheshire Cat's being chased down. Gale already landed. Now Jarrell up on front is going to silence out from the anchor smash. However, he will get hit by it. So Puck not doing that much damage to the Tide, and Tide will barely escape with his life. But you know, the Tidehunter's having a much better time than Beastmaster. Even if the Tidehunter dies, he will still be much further ahead than his offlane counterpart.
Yeah. But Beastmaster now chasing down Soneko. I don't know if he's what he's planning here. He's really working the trees around. Anyway, it seems to me though that if Tidehunter had not been able to get that anchor smash off because the puck had evaded it, that would have been a kill. But so just a little bit of a misplay there, I would say, slight.
Oh,
And
might not even
Funzy
matter.
is just kind of running around here.
Fucking
Now,
Matt's going to
now
land.
Top Satchel is in trouble. He's going to take away his poison. Now there's a PA, and now there's Cheshire Cat and Satchel both trapped there. Or maybe it's Paris who's going to die. We don't. It's kind of hard to see who is at the offensive here, but they are going to end up going for the Legion, and the Legion's just going to run away, heal up, and he's be okay.
Well, that was actually probably the best case scenario for Denial there because they did get the complete block with just a single Plague Ward. That being said, CryoJ Io is completely useless at level 2, and Phantom Assassin, yeah, she could throw a couple of daggers here and there, but outside of that, her contributions are going to be fairly limited. So Power Rangers just having more powerful heroes there, and even though it was a 2v3, they could have, if they wanted to, just fought to the death and came out ahead. So Power Rangers, they are just flexing their muscles right now, and Denial, they need to just get a little bit more experience, a little bit more farm, and I think it's mostly going to come down to these stacks, because Cryo has gotten so many of them.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job there. Is that going to be for Pierre? Do you think they might use some for the Beastmaster?
I mean, it really depends on Phantom Assassin's build. It is possible that they wait until she gets a Battle Fury, then she could very easily clean it out. But really, no one else on Denial is able to conveniently clear out those creeps. Like even Legion Commander Tidehunter, you have to worry about these heroes finding that creep stack and stealing it from you. So it should be Beastmaster. He could do it the earliest, and he could probably do it the safest as well. But mid lane, we're going to see a jump in on Paris. Concussive shot already thrown. He's going to Phantom Strike away to Cryo. Lots of damage onto Paris. And with the overwhelming odds, Sochlo is going to draw first blood. Even going to charge forward for Cryo. Oh, Paris going down. That's going to be a double kill. Sochlo with the boots of speed, whereas the Puck has, or the Io has nothing. Why do I keep calling Io Puck? I have no idea. Sochlo is going to draw 2 kills on the mid lane, and suddenly he's very close to duel range.
Yeah, that's actually that was actually quite an important kill. The PA now he's a huge level difference with the PA, at least in the sense that he's gonna get level 6 much sooner than the PA is gonna get his coup de grace. So, I mean, it's bad. Like that's quite an important kill, especially because they also got the Io there, and now Legion Commander is just gonna charge in. Might get the Beastmaster here. He should be able to if they get. There's a concussive shot. There's a haste as well. Funzy's gonna deal quite. Is gonna get some damage. There it is. A pounce, and he's gonna get trapped. It's not gonna make it out alive. Yeah, he will. That was a very simple. The haste rune was saved him there. And now Draw's now fighting Scareth Mage, and Soneko might be going down here thanks to that boar slow, and he will be going down, but he's not gonna catch anyone else. They're just gonna run away. Not go for the puck either.
So Sochlo makes a clean escape, making the trade though for the Scareth Mage. At least Denial gets something out of it. Obviously, it's not going to be the happiest of trades for them to make since they only get a support and they lose the Beastmaster, but still, it's decent enough. The Legion Commander though is starting to become a very large threat. Granted, even if she didn't have her haste rune, there would have been no kill on that lane, but she will now have duel, and she's actually very close to a blink dagger. So she's getting to the point where she can do pretty much whatever she wants, and as long as she has any sort of setup whatsoever with an Ancient Apparition or something, which by the way is getting jumped on by Paris, looks like he'll be just fine. Then they'll be able to kill off pretty much anyone on Denial. Like, there is no one who's really safe from this Legion Commander once she gets her blink, and that's very quickly coming. And if that's not bad enough, Ditchy-Rod has a Hand of Midas now.
Oh, that's actually really bad. That's gonna let the Slark snowball without him getting killed,
Yeah, that's
which
going.
is exactly what we talked about earlier. Now this Legion Commander has already started snowballing. I mean, he got 201, and now actually they're gonna go on the Tidehunter, and he's gonna go down here. Oh, not yet though. He's a little tanky, but he's gonna go down to the puck, and that's 4 guys invested in a single kill. Not the best, but not bad either.
Man, I don't think I've seen this little ramp thing getting blocked off so many times. First by the random Plague Ward, second by the puck, and I mean, if you could completely lock out an escape route for any hero, then they're more or less going to just take a fall, no questions asked. So Power Rangers going to lose their Tidehunter. I mean, it's still Tidehunter doing slightly better than Funzy, but Funzy rotating up to the top lane is now going to get his level 6 mark, and this is when Beastmaster can actually start doing things for his team. Aurora opening with a puck there is going to guarantee kills on most of the Power Ranger heroes. Maybe not the Slark, since he could very quickly Shadow Dance, and maybe not the Tide, but everyone else should be dropping. So Funzy maybe even looking to use that setup right now. They're going to land a coil onto J4, and well, he's not going to snap it. There is Aurora available. They don't even need it. They're just going to walk forward, and Funzy's not even going to hit him. Just going to stand there and watch.
Well, I mean, he couldn't roar because he didn't have mana, to be fair, but there's also that. Another thing I wanted to mention, by the way, is that Tidehunter just got like an insane amount of stacks over here. And that's going to bring him back up from that little slight kill. He got the Arcanes. Now he's going to be able to get whatever he wants, really. And he also got level 7 with that. Level 8, actually. Which is great. So right now we can see the difference between Funzy. Unless he gets a stack soon, the Tidehunter is going to overpower him really easily.
Yeah, and of course their roles are kind of different. I mean, Beastmaster wants to start very small fights, whereas Tidehunter wants to start very big fights. So as long as Denial can avoid the big fights in this game, they will be a little bit better, at least for the Beastmaster. But I mean, the problem is that they kind of do want big fights as well with the Venomancer and the puck, and Slark and Legion are perfectly fine fighting the small skirmishes. So I mean, I just think that Power Rangers lineup is just so much stronger than Denial's right now, that they have so much more leeway in their draft execution, that they could get away with a couple more things here and there, maybe even make a couple mistakes, but their heroes will pull them through. And now that Shotzo has a Blink Dagger, he's going to go towards mid, and, well, there's a very tasty-looking IO here, although it's instead going to be, first of all, spotted by an Observer Ward, so Shotzo is going to get tagged with the dagger. He knows that there is now observers in the area. I think this might still stack. No, one random Ancient Rumblehide is going to block that stack, but still Shotzo can take a roar for his troubles. Here comes Doral. Doesn't have a coil, but he will get silenced beforehand. Shotzo now he's going to turn things around to Funzy, but he's all alone, and, well, where are the Power Ranger heroes? They would really like a Ravage here, but unfortunately a crit dagger from the PA is going to kill off the Legion, and, well, Tidehunter is nowhere to be found. Up on top lane, J4 just wants to get a little bit of farm, but here comes a hasted puck. Has a coil now, is not really going to need to use it, although with no help, it looks like it's not even going to be relevant. He's going to get the kill without coil. Funzy helping out a little bit with the medallion. Bottom lane in the meantime, they're going to try to go for Ditchira. Has already used the dance, and he'll jump over to the other side of the Roshan pit, where he'll be stuck, and Io's going to get that one. Denial get a whole bunch of kills, and I did not expect any of these kills to happen, quite frankly.
No, I mean, it's quite amazing. What we were talking about before is that what Denial wants to do. These small skirmishes are what they excel at, and even though Power Rangers have the power to do, excel at them as well, they do rely on the Slark and the Legion Commander getting a little bit more farm and whatnot. So right now, it's Denial's game, and they're, in terms of these small skirmishes, so they're playing it really well. The question is, when the big team fights start, and they have to start at one point, what will Denial do?
Well, first of all, Shotzo is going to get relocated up on top. Gets the tower deny, and, well, I guess Denial, maybe they're just going to play in such a way that they avoid the team fights entirely. If they keep on getting these small jumps on Power Rangers, eventually they'll get further and further ahead, that maybe they'll have BKBs, and the team fights are going to be a little bit more viable. Shotzo, though he did get the duel very quickly, he's now going to try to get his first stack of damage, and with the Mystic Flare, he will be guaranteed that stack, but here comes everyone from Denial. Shotzo is not going to get this one for free. He's going to get chased down and brought down. That is, even though Legion Commander getting dual damage, probably not a good trade for Power Rangers, especially if they lose anyone else, but it looks like everyone else is going to be just fine. Denial, they're reinforcing, and they're playing pretty well given their draft. Like, they're playing their draft pretty much as it should be. And if they could, as long as they can avoid the Slark problem and the Legion Commander problem, and so far they have, then they will be fine to go to a little bit later stage in this game.
Yeah, I mean, they're actually doing really well, especially Paris, who's doing, I mean, in terms of last season, he's not, like, top. But in terms of net worth, he's pretty decent. He's the second in net worth, only beaten by the Slark with a Midas. So, I mean, it's quite nice. He's doing quite well, and he's going to be able to snowball slightly. If he gets an early BKB also, he's going to be able to duel fine. And right now, they're actually smoke ganking the poor Denial team, but they're going to spot this out. Oh, that Hawk. I love that Hawk. That Hawk is so useful. They're going to kind of keep it there just to have vision over them and just now leave. Unless Funzy's going to walk in again. Oh, that's not the right choice. He's going to find J4. He's going to use his boar. How to get away? That shot is going to get him, but he's going to be able to get away. Nothing going to happen yet. Puck's coming from behind. There's the Venomous Gale on the... Oh, PA meanwhile killing AA.
And now Shacho, Cheshire Cat stuck in the middle. It's a Power Ranger sandwich, and they're going to get coiled and silenced. Shacho's going to be brought down in a hurry. Fucking mad. Going to take a full Mystic Flare to the face, but it's going to be okay because Ditchy is going to be dropped to a crit dagger. Paris, very lucky on those rolls. Now they're going to change their sights to the last hero from Power Rangers. It looks like he's just out of range. The Hawk not going to spot him out. They're going to make sure that there's no one here, but this tower soon to fall, and Power Rangers, they just get outmaneuvered. The Tidehunter in the middle of everyone, yet with no Ravage opportunity. I mean, that was perfect positioning from Denial.
Yeah, that was insane. Honestly, it's the kind of skirmishes they want to get as well. Whenever they have sort of big team fights like that one, they make it really chaotic so that a good Ravage cannot be landed or anything of the sort. That was really genius on their part. Now they're gonna go on Funzy though. The duel started. Is Funzy gonna die? I mean, Sacho's not being really lucky with those moment of purchase, so it'll be fine. That must be really frustrating because that was just honestly luck on Funzy's part.
Yeah, it is only a level 1 passive though, and Beastmaster wasn't that close to death. With Legion Commander, she is kind of low damage. It's just like that's the way she's designed, and she doesn't have any damage items, so she really needs a little bit of help. If she had a Scarith Mage there, man, easy damage. But unfortunately, Shacho not quite powerful enough to get these solo kills with the duel. You need like plus 50 at the very least to make that happen. But it's going to be Cheshire Cat once again, going to get jumped and critted down. My God, Paris. He's been practicing his PA, and he knows how to get those crits out. He's going to get yet another kill. In the meantime, Fucking Mad down towards bottom. Ditchy is going to chase forward. Has a pounce, and Fucking Mad going to get latched to the floor. However, he does teleportation support. It's Paris once again with a crit dagger, and Ditchy is going to drop. Oh my God. I have never seen a Phantom Assassin get this many crit daggers. This is insane.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing so well. Clearly, that's all skill, so, you know, good job to Paris. Actually, Sacho's going to jump. He has a duel ready, but he's not going to go on the IO just yet. I think he's kind of scared. The Scarith Mage is behind him. He might go on Paris, but no, this is going to run away. Those orbs dealing a lot of damage to the poor Legion Commander. And no crit dagger this time. But Paris is going to keep spamming them just to prevent them from going in. And Sacho, even though he could have blinked and whatnot, he could have killed the IO, he decided to not do because now they're starting to be scared. There's clearly a psychological disadvantage on the Power Ranger side.
I mean, the Phantom Assassin kills you off a couple times. You're like, wow, that was some bullshit critting. But then suddenly she has a lot of items, so she's doing consistently high amounts of damage. So Power Rangers, they're going to be less and less inclined to engage on this Phantom Assassin. However, they're going to go up towards top, and this is a kill that they can take if they get this duel. But Joral's going to blink out. They do still know where this Puck is, and they're going to give chase, but an orb over the trees, and Puck is going to be just fine. In the meantime, Fucking Mad and Funzy, the Venomancer Beastmaster combination comes together, and though there is no Inner Beast aura on the Beastmaster, double bore with all the Plague Wards, so many poison things in the area, will take down that tower. And Power Rangers, they had no response to that. Ditchy with the Hand of Midas pretty early on has been doing pretty much nothing for his team.
Yeah, it's quite amazing, honestly, though, how the Denial Esports are playing their lineup, like, to perfection, really. Oh, actually, down up top, they're going to get a beautiful little Mystic Flare on the Puck.
Just as you say that, he jumps in for a coil onto the Scarith Mage and then gets Mystic Flare to give up Mega Kill. Literally as soon as you said that.
That, I guess, Denial, not that perfection, but Dirty Raw is now going to find Fucking Mad, but he's going to stay in the area, not be slowed by the poison. Meanwhile, Funzy's going to find Cheshire Cat, and there's a relocate as well. He's going to use the Ravage, going to hit 3, plus the Ice Blast and hit 2 of them, but Cheshire Cat is still in trouble. The PA just needs a little bit of a crit, but there is Sacho going to chase down the PA. Can they relocate in time? They will, and the Beastmaster also gets out alive. Good job by Funzy, TP's away. And they're still trying to get Paris, but he's going to be alright. Meanwhile, Fucking Mad down bottom. There's the Tira trying to get him, but those wards are going to spot him out. And he has a TP. The question is, why is he not TPing out? Okay, he's going to man fight the Slark. I don't think that's the wisest choice.
Well, he has Puck incoming, and if they jump in with the Blink Silence, they have no coil just yet, but maybe with the ultimate from Veno, they can kill him off if they surprise him, and Joral is in perfect position to do so. There's everything in Ditchy. He doesn't have any spells to cast because he's silenced, buys a Blink Dagger before he dies, but the burst damage of this Puck with the Blink Dagger catching Ditchy by surprise, and, you know, even though Denial, they use Relocate to try to kill off the Tidehunter, they don't get it done, which is usually not good, but they pull out the Ravage, and they don't lose anyone in that exchange, so in the end, it's just Slark dying again. Like, that's the ultimate result. And now they're going to go for this mid lane tower. At the same time, fucking Mad is making his home down towards bottom. This is getting really dangerous for Power Rangers. If they had a Ravage, they now have a Blink Dagger and Tide. They will be able to fight, but instead it's going to be Stifling Daggers being thrown left and right. Joral waiting for an opportunity to pounce. He's going to run straight to J4. Although, okay, that happened. They just stared at each other for a little bit. They're going to cleanly disengage, but the tower is going to take pressure, and it probably will fall.
Yeah, I mean, no, not maybe. Oh yeah, they're gonna continue taking pressure on it. Okay, so yeah. And meanwhile, down, the fucking Mad is doing that split push technique. And what I was saying before, and I think it still stands, is that Denial is playing pretty well in the sense that they're playing the lineup. Meanwhile, Satchel's actually gonna jump on fucking Mad. Let me finish the thought. And there's fucking Mad who dies disintegrated by that Skywrath Mage ult. And Joral, meanwhile, trying to run away, concussive shot, but he's still going to be okay. He might want to go in again. He has no ultimate, though, so I don't know why he would want to do that, but he's still in the area just in case. And the mid tower also falls. Now they're going to go Hishikat, but Funzy is going to be hit by that gush. There it is. Is there a Ravage? Nope. Tide just blinks in, tries to hit Funzy again. Funzy going to TP away with those travel boots. Oh, wow. And he's going to be okay.
So you should really stop saying that Denial are playing this perfectly, because every time you do, they end up dying.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Denial. I don't want to curse you or anything. Like, fucking Mad said it. He's cursed. So there it is. I'm just gonna shut up.
I agree. They're playing their draft pretty much as they should be. Now they're going to try to go for Digirod down towards bottom. Phantom Assassin, no crits needed as the silence was long enough to shut down that Shadow Dance. Slark didn't even actually have it. It's going to be a nice relocate kill down towards bottom. And, well, maybe I should say Denial are playing their draft well, because apparently it gets them kills. The curse goes the other way. So yeah, Denial. I mean, those are the types of kills they need. They need to keep this Slark down. And so far, Slark has, as I said, done nothing for his team. He's farming with the Hand of Midas, which is nice, but Blink Dagger is not going to be relevant if you don't get into any of these fights. And well, now they're stalking Shotch, though, who's trying to stalk fucking Mad. So Legion Commander is going to get traveled upon. There's a silence. Roar is going to be shortcoming as well, and that's going to be the swift death of the Legion Commander. This is the power of the Beastmaster. This is also the build that Funzy's been going as of late, with the travels after Medallion and then going for a Necro Book. So it's a very high mobility, high gank, high pressure type of build for Funzy, and hell, it's working out very well. 7-16 now the lead for Denial, and they have a tier 3 tower advantage right now, which is pretty insane.
Honestly, this build on Funzy is just, it's being so effective, especially ever since they buffed the travel boots to what the cooldown is only 50 seconds as opposed to a TP. It's just, they're just so great, especially on the Beastmaster. And there is going to be an engagement on the Puck, who's going to try to get away, but there is a Skywrath Mage with his ultimate. Going to miss completely, but he only needed that Arcane Bolt to finish him off. Meanwhile, fucking Mad having a lot of fun with those wards, completely destroying the bottom lane. This split push is really good by Denial. Whenever they do that, like whenever everyone is fighting, they just kind of split push a little bit, putting pressure constantly. It's really smart on their part. And Legion Commander cannot stop the push from the ward, so that's also really good.
And if she gets a little bit too close, suddenly there's a Phantom Assassin and an IO right in her face. Like, this is, first of all, Venomancer applying pressure to the bottom lane. Second of all, he's getting a ton of farm because he's getting almost all the creep kills given how many Plague Wards he has. And he's also setting up kills, like even Beastmaster waiting for his moment to jump in. Power Rangers need to commit like 4 heroes down to this bottom lane if they want to convincingly take it. But no, not just J4. That's not going to be good enough. The Pig, well, it's going to finish the job as Funzy will be frozen in place. Actually, no, Paris is going to swoop in and take the last hit. No, actually, Funzy gets it. But anyway, Ancient Apparition definitely in the wrong place at the wrong time, and they use the Roar for that one, but still the pushing is there, and well, Denial, they're just pretty much making Power Rangers need more heroes. Like, it feels like Denial have more heroes on the map because of how much mobility they have.
Honestly, it's that the Beastmaster constantly being everywhere. Like those jumps to the Hawks are just brilliant, and also fucking Mad seems to always be in the right place for some reason. He always seems to evade engagements unless they can get kills, and then push the tower really easily. And now he got his Aghanims. 21 minutes in, first support, that's huge. Like, it's also fucking Mad. It's not like Aoi. He's not the biggest farmer in the world. Like, it's really amazing that he's doing this.
Yeah, I mean, he's been split pushing for days, and he has 3 towers in advantage over the enemy team. Next item, I would imagine, is going to be a Blink Dagger to easily line up those ultimates, but it's going to be top lane where they're going to once again try to go for the Puck. This time, Skywrath Mage isn't there to clean things up, and Puck will be able to make a clean escape, but I mean, he's just messing with the enemy team right now because it's Denial and the Roshan Pit that are going to take this one out without losing that much HP at all. So free Roshan and Aegis, and well, this split push stops in the bottom lane, so Power Rangers should know, since fucking Mad is no longer there, that something is going on, but good luck doing anything about that because Paris now has a double life.
Another interesting thing, by the way, is that Sachlo. We commented earlier how he had an early blink. Are they gonna jump on the puck? They will. Scath Mage is ready. Scath Mage really hates this puck. Like, he really wants to kill him off, but there's the puck running away. But yeah, Sachlo had a really early blink dagger, and we thought, wow, he's actually quite great. But now his form has stopped completely. He's going for the blade mail now. 22 minutes in, he still hasn't finished it. Like, he's been shut down pretty much. He's lower than the Venomancer.
Oh man.
Beastmaster, meanwhile, jumping on Ancient Apparition, casually killing him.
Yeah. Medallion with the physical nature of axes does do a crap ton of damage, and yeah, Shachlo has 2 stacks of damage, which is okay for 23 minutes into the game. It's kind of more on the lighter end. You generally want to have 3 or 4 stacks by now, but still he hasn't really been doing that much. His Blink Dagger got him like a couple of kills early on, or like a kill on the puck, or not on the puck, god damn it, the IO or something like that. But that's about it, and he hasn't really done anything else with it since he picked up that item. Blade Mail is going to mean that he's a little bit more self-sufficient in those duels, but still I don't think, even if he does have the Blade Mail, he'll be able to win by himself, unless Paris gets really, I guess, unlucky and starts critting into the Blade Mail. That will make it very easy win for Legion Commander, but I don't know, even if that happens, Phantom Assassin might just come out on top.
Yeah, I mean, it's come to the point where, like, the snowball from Phantom Assassin is quite impressive, and that BKB also prevents the Skyrath Mage from killing him off really easily. So, I mean, I love that BKB pickup. Do you think he's going to go for Battle Fury now to maximize his farm, or just go for typical other normal Phantom Assassin items?
It's probably too late to go for a Battle Fury. It's not going to be the worst. I mean, I was just about to note before that they stacked up this jungle so high, and they did not do anything with it, so now Power Rangers are going to scout those stacks, and they can jack them if they want to, but instead, they're going to push top. I think this is probably just a more straightforward damage build for Phantom Assassin. You don't have to go for Battle Fury in this game. You're getting quite a bit of farm, even without it, as he's leading the net worth chart with all these towers being destroyed, so, yeah, I don't know exactly what you go for PA. Maybe an armor item is going to be really nice against Power Rangers, so Assault Cuirass would be pretty decent. Evasion would also be decent if you want to go for a Butterfly. Power Rangers are nowhere near a Butterfly. MKB, fucking Mad is, by the way, going to walk into the wrong place at the wrong time. Here comes everyone else, however. Relocate in. Ravage is going to connect onto 4. However, Cheshire Cat's now all alone. Funzy is going to get dropped pretty low, but he's going to turn around and kill off Dishy before he goes down. 40 HP, survives. Now Cheshire Cat doesn't have a TP out. Already 3 are down for Power Rangers. Paris and Doral going to give chase to this Tide, and Anchor Smash, Kraken Shell not going to be nearly enough to help him survive, as it just takes a couple more hits. It's a triple kill for Doral, and Denial bringing in the heat with pretty much everyone instantly. The Venomancer is the only one who can't instantly get into those fights. It's the IO relocate, the Puck who was, I guess, just teleported in, and the Beastmaster also with the travels got in there instantly. Power Rangers did not expect that many heroes to be in the area that quickly.
Yeah, that was more of a like, the Ravage was not planned at all. It was just kind of, oh, I'm scared, let's Ravage, you know. He just kind of like came out. It's like he peed himself, a Ravage. And that was why they lost the fight. There was no follow-up or anything of the sort because they just couldn't. And this mobility is actually what's messing up the super team fight lineup that Power Rangers has. So, you know, it's really that. Now it's playing against Power Rangers lineup, even though their lineup is in theory more, I guess, mediocre. They have a Beastmaster.
They're doing it pretty well so far, Denial, and we mentioned in the draft/pause screen phase that Power Rangers, they're kind of reliant on snowballing, and like Legion Commander Slark, I guess with Handamitis, Slark does get a little bit better in the late game as he's guaranteed farm and guaranteed those items, but 9-22 now, and Denial doubling up on Power Rangers kills. There is no snowball in sight. They're going to try to go for Paris, however, the Ice Blast is going to miss, and Paris does have a lot of support behind him. Gets hit with the Anchor Smash, but he's going to go strong onto Dichira, who just has to book it. They're instead going to try to go for Cheshire Cat. I'm having some frame rate issues, but it looks like it's going to be fine. Paris still chasing after this Slark, and they're running out of steam slowly, but another blink forward is going to force the Shadow Dance. Cheshire Cat off to the side is now stuck in a corner. Denial, they know about this, but Cheshire Cat is going to have a free blink out. That's pretty merciful of Denial to not go in there and check. But in the meantime, it's Funzy who's going to find J4 once again. Gets a Mystic Flare for his troubles, but he's going to pop the Necro Books. Still taking quite a bit of damage. The Bolt is going to kill him off. Can he get kills with his summons? Jor-Al's going to come in and clean everything up, but here comes Cryo with the help of Paris, going to try to finish off the Slark, who is also in the area with the BKB now up. The duel's now up from Shachlo, going to kill off Cryo J. Paris still fighting against Ichiro with the BKB. You can't really stick on him. He's going to try to instead go for Shachlo. A big crit onto 500 something. Onto Shachlo is going to drop him pretty low, and then everything else is going to die as well. Paris and Jor-Al's now going to find Cheshire Cat. 2 crits in a row. That Tide Hunter just exploded. Triple kill for Paris and Denial. They end up walking away from that with 4 kills. Plus, they're going to maybe get a tower up towards top lane. It's a hugely beneficial trade for Denial overall.
But the issue is that afterwards he went for a blink, and while that's great and usually a really good item, the way they're playing, which is kind of wait till the late game and hope that the Midas serves you, or alternatively you gank with a blink constantly, is not really consistent. Like
Hmm.
you can't have both items and expect to have this kind of weird kind of playstyle that he's playing. So I think they're kind of freaking out at this point, and they're just kind of grabbing items which seems appropriate, but they're not playing to the full potential with their items. Unlike Denial, who's doing exactly that.
Yeah, the Slark build is kind of pulling in two different directions, and obviously the dream is to get kills with the Blink Dagger while having the Hand of Midas. That hasn't been happening because he's always been on the receiving end of the ganks. So maybe if Power Rangers builds were a little bit more focused and they actually had a whole bunch of Blink Daggers and ways to start the fights and were actually looking for the fights early on, then they could be in a much better position right now. But because they're kind of torn between taking this late and trying to take this early, they're just constantly on the receiving end. And, well, now Joral on top lane, setting up for a potential jump in. He's going to instead run to Dichira. Where's the relocate? Not happening just yet, as the IO is pretty far away from the PA. Regardless, Joral not investing too much into that and could go for round 2. Oh, no, Courier, no, don't go there. He's going to buy an item and then die. That was the most obvious placement of Puck ever, but the Courier still went in on there. Now Joral wants to go for the Slark. However, he does not know that Shocho is right behind him. Puck is going to jump forward, looking for Dichira. Still no coil being used. Now Joral does have a lot of TP support incoming if need be. And, well, he's going to, first of all, put himself in another dimension, then get the silence out. Here comes Paris and Cryo. Silence not on to Dichira because he's in the BKB, but it's going to be Shocho who's taking the focus. Coiled up, and, well, he's going to pop the Blade Mail, buy himself a little bit more space, but that's not going to be enough. It's a Beyond Godlike Streak for Paris, and it looks like Dichira was able to escape there overall. But Denial just getting yet another kill, and you really can't give this Phantom Assassin any more kills. Like, she has the Basher. She's going to, I expect, go for Satanic next, although an Abyssal Blade next is going to be good as well. Also, a Sheepstick on Puck. Denial have so much hero kill potential right now, and they don't even need the numbers advantage, but they always have them. And speaking of, J4, he's going to get hit with the Veno ulti, and he's going to drop all by himself. Man, Power Rangers, they're just bleeding heroes right now, and they're not getting anything in exchange.
The Venice Gale misses both of them. Can the Puck do something? There's a Ravage on the side, but he's not going to use it, obviously. And Joral and Tavernal both going to get out alive. I guess that's the best thing they could actually hope for in Power Rangers.
Yeah, like, not dying is always very nice, but, I mean, yeah, you have to be getting kills. Like, you need this dual damage. You need this Slark to actually be using his mobility and his survivability in order to do damage. But so far, I mean, in the last fight, he was BKB'd. He was forced to use BKB, first of all, within Shadow Dance, which is less than ideal. Usually, those two are two separate states of invulnerability, so you use them separately. But he was forced to use both, and he wasn't even doing any damage, like, not much within that. He was forced to bail out because he realized very quickly that, hey, I'm not doing enough damage. I'm wasting my time here. I have to leave.
Yeah. It's exactly that. It's just... actually, Shocho, is he going to be able to get out alive? He's hasted. He has a TP. He should be able to get out alive. There it is. Also, now that they have the Abyssal on the PA and they can easily stun Slark with a BKB, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how the guys from PR get back from behind. Like, what's the plan now if you're Power Rangers?
Man, I have no freaking clue right now, but I'm just trying to, like, fix a couple things on stream because I seemed like something was going wrong, but no, everything, I fixed it. Okay, we're good. For Power Rangers, they have to take a massive team fight. They have to use this Ravage, and they have to actually kill off someone within the duration of it. And they also have to stop losing heroes. Dichira getting jumped by the Phantom Assassin is going to be a good start at his escape, but yeah, they have to take just a massive team fight without losing heroes, and just as I say that, J4 is going to be jumped. Necrobook units, and Funzy walks away from that one just because he can, because cool guys don't look at explosions, and, well, the Ancient Apparition is now going to take a dirt nap. In the meantime, fucking mad, he's going to be the one in the most trouble for Power Rangers. They're going to jump in with the Slark. Gale is going to be used, and fucking mad, he's going to try to straight TP out. He's going to make it as well. Slark and Tide should be able to get those kills. Wait, hold on. People can't hear you, apparently. Let's restart the call. Yeah, I'm still not getting anything for you. What the hell?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I could hear you, but it's just not transmitting to OBS.
That's weird. Huh. I don't know
That's what was wrong.
yeah, that seems wrong. I mean, it seems like you were talking to yourself the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Is it just not recording my sound?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just not picking you up. I don't even know what to do about this.
I don't tell you. This has never happened to me before. Maybe you want to put it so that the speakers go through your mic, and that way, do you want that to happen? Or?
I mean, my speakers are giving me everything that I hear, and it should be transmitting everything as well, so it's definitely an OBS issue. I don't really want to restart it right now, but it looks like I might have to. But in the meantime, everyone's dying up towards top. Paris going to collect even more kills, and fucking Mad is going to be chasing down a Tide Hunter. I might have to restart the stream, guys, if things are really not working out right now, but it looks like this, I don't know, man. Maybe I should just continue the rest of this game just by myself and then try to restart, because I don't want to just drop everyone out for...
That sounds like a better idea.
Alright, so, yeah, I'll let you know when this game is done. And, well, in the meantime, middle lane, Cheshire, he's going to get jumped. Coil is up. Paris in the BKB, though, is going to land a huge crunch shot, so now going to go for J4. In the meantime, Jarrell just controlling the Tide Hunter. I mean, he has a Ravage, but can't even use it. It's a full 5-man wipe for Denial. Maybe this game is going to be over a lot sooner than I thought, as Denial just break open the base of Power Rangers, with Power Rangers using none of their ultimates to defend. No Ravage, no Mystic Flare, no Duel, no nothing, because they simply don't have the chance to. And Paris is going to clean everybody up. Now into the melee racks as they go. The Traveling is going to come in from the Beastmaster, going to lend that level 4 aura into the Phantom Assassin. That's going to be mid-racks is completely destroyed. Now they're going to slide up towards the top lane. Or will they? Or they're going to go towards bottom lane? Okay, they're going to go towards bottom lane, where Paris is going to be slowly working down that one. Power Rangers heroes are slowly starting to pop back up, but without a Ravage, I don't see them being able to convincingly take a fight, because Jarrell has a Blink Hex, and if Dirtjara gets hit with that one before this fight starts, then he's just going to die to 1 crit or 2. Jarrell is going to finish off the tower. Now Puck is going to claim that one. Now into the melee Raxes. They're going to catch a Gale onto J4 with the Rod of Atos. This Ancient Apparition isn't moving anywhere anytime soon. He's going to get Press the Attack out of there. And now Funzy, stuck in the Mystic Flare, is going to be focused down, dueled up, and dropped. However, it's going to be at the trade of Slark, and that's a trade that it's fine for Denial. Ravage going to connect onto everyone's Jarrell, taking quite a beating, but fucking Mad does get his ultimate off. Paris, still with the Aegis, is still fighting to his last dying breath, and I don't even know if that's going to be coming anytime soon. He's going to land a couple crits on J4. Will be going down in the end, but still, it's going to be Ditchy trying to go for fucking Mad. Will get that kill as well, but he is going to trade his life for it. That's a dieback from the Slark, although maybe not a dieback, but he doesn't have a respawn at any rate. Paris is going to pop the BKB, clean up a couple more heroes, and now with the arrival of Funzy once again, they're going to clean up the second set of actions. Shotzo, no, wrong place, wrong time, blinks straight into a crit. Now Draw going to chase forward 2-man Coil, and PA is going to look to clean everyone else up. Coil's going to snap on both J4 and Cheshire Cat, but Paris cannot be stopped right now. Will blink straight out to Cryo, and I think they even have relocate, but the game is over, guys. So I guess, yeah, the call decided to take a good time to stop, because we're going to try to restart the stream, guys, and hopefully everything is going to be fine. I don't know what happened. I did not touch anything, but yeah, we're going to move on to game number 2. Oh, no, wait, this was game number 2. Power Rangers 1, Denial 1, and that means that Denial Esports are going to be taking yet another drawn series in the Battle of Central Europe, but we have another best of 2, guys. Denial going to go up against My Insanity, and hopefully I will actually have a co-caster, but who knows what Skype wants to do or what OBS wants to do. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned. We're going to restart the stream, so please don't picnic.